Hello, my name is Rika Kendrick-Palmer. I'm going to speak today about the potential of a transition from a skills-based analysis for annual competencies to the Donna Wright model of annual compliance. The current political and healthcare climate, hospitals and healthcare agencies must develop new and innovative ways to increase the bottom line without increasing the budget. At the same time, companies may not be able to increase the revenue stream, but they can definitely decrease the amount of funding that go out the door for non-patient care related activities. Our current system is inefficient and counterproductive. Employees have to perform computer-based modules and work through a series of stations in a room where they may or may not be confronted with persons who are not content experts. Besides, some of the information may not be updated. The groups are large and persons struggle to find the flow of the room and the necessary stations pertinent to their practice. Employees must also attend most often on a day when they are not scheduled to work. Traditionally, this leads to increases in non-productive work budgets, upwards of tens of thousands of dollars. This proposal will outline what we could implement in just over a year time frame that would decrease non-productive time and budget, but would also increase employee satisfaction. Plus, contribute to the clinical ladder program across any professional licensed practice within the organization. This may be important to perform in phases. Phase 1, with regular, full-time, part-time, and supplemental staff that are campus-based within the organization. Phase 2, with the internal float pool known as central staffing that travel between sites but maintain a connection with one particular site known as their anchor facility. Donna Wright, the author of The Ultimate Guide to Competency in Healthcare, outlines the strategic characteristics of 3 successful outcomes. Number 1, collaborating to identify competencies. This contributes to employee buy-in. Number 2, put the internal stakeholders, the end users, and a level of accountability. This puts the employee at the center of the competencies. And finally, number 3, ensure that the leaders and educators create an environment of success. This is the most important goal, and many of you will find it paramount to the success of the outcome of the entire program. Now, step 1 is to involve the leaders, managers, and educators into the plan. Here is where innovation is the key. These are persons who are responsible for the message. Thus, it must be kept under wraps until the full rollout has been decided and the appropriate time is allotted to disseminate the information. Next is to create buzz around changes. The sense of urgency is really important here. Publish the upcoming changes on the intranet throughout the system. Careful not to present the information itself until it's ready. It may be easier to start with nursing in phases as a part of the clinical ladder program. This will save money on the front end, but decreases the double dipping as persons who participate are also obtaining points for quarterly payments. Lastly, allow persons who are at the first part of the tier of the clinical ladder to obtain research-based information as a part of an evidence-based project. This will allow newcomers in an interdisciplinary format to present with the organization after each completion of the cohort. Now, on to phase 2 of the process. The central staffing float pool. The float pool is a group of persons, just over 1,000 employees, with varying responsibilities, including but not limited to clinical roles. Employees are managed on a remote system known as the Anchor Project. An employee's anchor facility is the facility for which the employee spends 50% or more of their time in their productive hours. Because of their commitment to the individual environments, employees must return to these facilities to complete their annual competencies. This will ensure that the employees are aware of the practice standards for that facility in which they are closest related to. These roles include RNs, LVNs, physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech pathologists, and many others. In previous years, employees were made to complete a packet that may not be pertinent to their current anchor facility. With little or no updates and little ability to communicate consistently, employees were ill-equipped to manage drastic changes throughout their area of expertise. Using the Donna Wright model, incorporation of analysis and changes throughout their area of expertise, they will contribute to excellence while employees are already present and accounted for. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to your feedback about this strategic learning and implementation process.